Oh, hi. How are all you lovely folks doing on this wonderful evening? Welcome back to the Critical Misses channel. And we're going to start throwing some dice if everyone is okay with that. Last we left our coterie of cautious kindred, something very interesting had happened. Several interesting things, actually. Ray managed to, through a few meetings, come into contact with their sire once again. Uh, Cassandra has indeed survived the bombing of the Michigan Theater. They also found confirmation to some of their suspicions that the prince, Cameron Von Teller III, was also alive, having used a changeling sort of body double to keep themselves out of harm's way when disaster struck. The coterie was also introduced to several higher ranking members of Kindred Society in the greater metropolitan area of Detroit, including a man by the name of Leopold, who represented Clan Lasombra, the creator of the tape recorder that Ray has been toting around ever since given to them by the prince. They also met the Vulture, a fairly enigmatic person who dealt mostly with tech, it seemed. The prince officially upgraded the status and influence of our coterie to have access to more resources and a bit more rank to throw around to the normal rank and file kindred of the surrounding area. The prince also gave them their first two official tasks with this new level of responsibility. The first one being to reveal as many of the unknown circumstances that are currently at hand against them, whether that be the demons that appear to be mysteriously appearing in places they shouldn't be, reveal more of the Second Inquisition members, or reveal more of the upper side of the Anarchs. Genevieve, noticing that one of the quests that the prince had given out to the rest of the kindred who attended the Elysium, being relations with one of the Guru packs in the Upper Peninsula, also suggested that the coterie might be of some use there since they have prior positive interactions, all things considered. Um, so the coterie has several decisions to be made, but as they split up on the way to make those decisions, all five members of the coterie were very loudly racked through their brain with the sound of what seemed to be a long, long dead, a very old voice from very far off that only Genevieve recognized due to her future sight as being what she assumes to be the long dead Methuselah vampire god Osiris. So, settling back into that scene as it happens, um, Ray, Minerva, and Fee, you are all in the. I guess you'd be in Fee's limousine.
I thought the
Correct.
limo was incapacitated.
Yeah, I've been taking Ubers.
I think I was
Yes,
driving. I thought I was driving Fee back to. Well, we were getting a
We
drink
were
at the
gonna go
end.
check my body.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
body in my
check the
fridge.
body.
I,
get a
was,
drink.
I wasn't sure if you all had gotten into the limousine that Fee requisitioned through Uber, or if but with the four of you in this car, technically 5. You know, it's a little cramped. Who's sitting in the passenger seat?
Who's the 5th person?
Paddle.
Oh,
Who's in the car?
Paddle! What?
Yes.
Um,
Who's driving?
There's Minerva's driving her own car. So Ray, you are in the back seat with Nymeria, who is just sort of excitedly doing, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a car trip with like those two nerds who are basically only friends with each other from school. But Namir is definitely doing the thing where she like keeps like reaching over the driver's seat to like say things directly to Minerva. And Nymeria sort of notices you all wince for a second at something. Luckily, Fee and Minerva did not fail their willpower rolls.
5 explosions.
So the car does not veer off the road, but there is a moment where Minerva's eyes sort of close out of pain, and a car goes screeching by, laying on the horn. Nymeria sort of looks to the trio of you and goes, I feel left out.
Did you not feel that?
I can't say I did.
Did we hear what Osiris said, or was that just Jen?
You all heard it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Osiris is awake.
Lovely little voicemail. Someone.
What just happened?
I've heard that voice before.
I think we're in different cars.
Oh,
Yes, Jen,
yes.
you are.
I'm probably driving with them. I heard 5 people. I can't
Yes,
find.
it's
Hey, get the cat! It's in my car!
It's the 3 of them, Nymeria
Never
and
mind,
Petal.
never mind. Ignore me
You're
then.
fine.
I'll be in
We
my
will
car with
get
Victoria
to
saying
you.
that same thing.
Quickly, Nymeria sort of looks in between the 3 of you and goes, visions? Telepathic message?
Second one.
I'm gonna call Genevieve and put it on speakerphone.
Genevieve, you and Victoria at this point have gotten into her car, I would imagine.
I think the call would have already gone out to the others.
All right. The call connects and is put on speakerphone.
Did either of you feel that?
That was Osiris.
That was who now?
Osiris.
No, he sorry, that's a story.
I mean, yes and no.
As
Um,
in
Dead.
well,
not real.
we've been dealing with children of Isis, children of Osiris, children of Set. I don't think they're stories.
Eh.
I think we're well past fairy tales.
Good. All right. What
Think about it.
what do we do about that?
Oh, if they're awake or out of torpor. Then it's the end times.
Fun fact, Nymeria has no idea what we're talking about.
I
think-
am very lost, yes.
I
It's
think
okay, I am too.
I think that the reason we're getting these visions, or at least the ones that are shared, is because we're central to all of this somehow.
Did Ray not feel that?
Oh, I felt that. I just don't
Oh.
really understand.
Can you press record record for me, Ray?
Yeah.
Thank
I
you.
pick out my. Just note down that we're recording.
I think other Ray should hear this too.
And I click it down.
Oh, balls of in basketball quackadoodle. Okay.
If
Okay.
you think about this, if you think about this in terms of Topor states, people the generation before us, it's about a week or so, or else it's a couple days. The generation before that, a couple months, years. The earliest vampires, kindred, going into Topor would be centuries, millennia.
They're not supposed to be real.
They're definitely real.
So he's just like a really old guy?
Yeah, but like super strong too.
Methuselahs are, well, someone had to found all the various clans.
So, okay. So whose clan is Osiris's clan then?
Nymeria?
Nymeria is looking at you all like she's waiting for someone to like say JK. And she's like, I mean, in the stories, Osiris never really had one of the 13 main clans. Osiris was quite different. There was the concept of Bardo, or Bardoism, that was popularized mainly through the children of Osiris, and it's a discipline that not everyone can learn, so it didn't have a strong enough through line to create an entire clan, more of a caitiff offshoot. But I mean, I don't really mean to be rude, but are you all honestly suggesting that a vampire god spoke to you?
I mean, it's not so unusual. It appears that
I
children of
would
Osiris get talked to all the time.
I would disagree deeply with the concept that it's not unusual, actually.
Well, it seems to be more regular nowadays with us, apparently, which is deeply unfortunate, because I just wanted a quiet, kindred life of learning magic, but now I'm getting yelled at by a god!
Regardless of what you think empirically, the evidence stands that there are 5 of us who have received a vision.
I thought that was your thing, Genevieve.
It was.
Mm.
Things are changing.
Well, I don't want things to change.
I mean, like, what's the big deal? So they're like an old vampire. So, like, what? We just... Like, what? I don't understand.
Heralds the apocalypse. That is the problem.
Also,
With the stories, anyways.
But, like, so was 2012, and so was, like, you know, the year 2000. Apocalypses always happen, and they just go by, and nothing happens.
yes, except, you know, if Osiris is real, then that might mean that the rest of them are, you know, hanging out, maybe, you know, in various states, maybe coming awake, and that's not very good for us.
Well,
He's nice.
I will say that Ray possibly just doesn't have a frame of reference because they haven't been around for as long, but the old vampire stories are that of myth for a reason. I mean, there are stories of them levitating entire cities and statues off the ground, commanding deep swirling pockets of the elements. Ancient Lasombrans were actually said to have caused the first ice age because they blotted out the sun to increase the power of their shadow magic. It's like I said that when she puts a hand on Ure, they're mostly stories.
There's a reason
It's-
they're named after gods, because
They were
even the
worshipped
kind,
as them.
even the kind worship them as such.
Yes. This was back. This would have been back before the masquerade, and kindred were not so beholden unto what the kind thought and believed.
Have you ever flipped through a Bible, Ray? Do you know Noah,
No.
the flood?
Yes.
You know a guy?
Not right now, really.
I deal with stress through humor. B. That's how I do it.
That's not humor.
It's humor, right, Nymeria? It was funny.
Absolutely. Yes.
Um,
Ow!
But
well, according to the
I
Kindred
thought it was
version
fun.
of that story, God didn't flood the earth to teach humanity a lesson. That was for us to take care of.
and then the myth is that that's when we evolved to no longer fear running water because we had evolved past that. It's all very, very romanticized, I think.
Those are the stories about Osiris and his ilk,
yes.
that
and-
God flooded the world to get rid of them. If you believe such things.
But with that having been said, I don't think you'll need to worry about it too much, because look at it this way: either Osiris isn't real and someone is futzing around with you five, or Osiris is real and we'll all be meeting the final death soon anyway. So it doesn't really matter one way or the other.
So,
Want me to
okay, but
drink, Nymeria?
Yes, I'd love a drink.
Cool. I'm gonna drive faster towards Speed's place.
so I guess wouldn't that be a good thing that they're back? Because like obviously like we're trying to not get killed by humans, and Osiris is like super powerful or whatever. So like, wouldn't he want to kill all the humans? And
Boy, if Osiris wakes up, you cannot do as you want anymore. Put it simply.
Yes. So another widely held belief when it comes to the old vampiric gods, especially those who used to require blood sacrifices, which I think was one of Osiris's motifs. But have you ever heard of the concept of Diablerie?
I'm aware of it. I definitely have not seen anyone take part of it ever.
Cryptic. But there is an idea that Diablerie can be the base concepts of Diablerie is increasing the potency of one's blood by consuming the blood of another. That's the base idea. The most common form is when power-hungry acolytes attempt to grab power from their masters. They consume their blood, thus increasing the potency of their blood. That having been said, it has been long theorized by many a Tremere that if you were to diablerize several of a bloodline below yours, you could perhaps still increase your generation just due to the sheer potency. And it's a widely held belief is too positive fear that if the Methuselah came back, then all of the lower generations would be sacrificed to return them to full power. So not exactly good.
So what I got from that was we should eat Osiris.
That
know
was
what?
your takeaway?
If you
Yeah.
shoot for the stars, if you shoot for the moon, you will land amongst the stars. So I appreciate your panache.
Probably in many small pieces.
Rest, R.I.P. Rest in pieces.
And as you are sort of turned around, talking to Ray Minerva, you hear Nymeria gasp a bit, and you all feel that deep primal shiver down your spine as you have pulled up to Fee's apartment complex, and it is fully ablaze.
That's not good.
I turn the call, I end the call, and I call Mercedes.
Okay, you call Mercedes. There's no answer.
Heightened senses. Anyone around?
Same.
With heightened senses, you can smell many, many charring bodies inside the apartment complex.
I mean, sure.
Give me 1 second. Can I do my ribbon thing?
Sure.
I'm definitely not gonna give you a second. Gonna run out of the car and start climbing up the fire escape.
I don't have a white one, but just pretend. Just white, just a ribbon.
I mean, it's going to be red in a second from your blood anyway. Right?
Just
Okay. So, Genevieve and Victoria.
But she use that bane now.
What are you ladies up to? Where are you driving to?
What was the plan?
Last I remember, I believe you guys were done for the night. Or you folks were done for the night. And
Correct.
then tomorrow you were going to reconvene and decide whether you wanted to try and reveal some of the Anarch ? Pieces, or if you wanted to prepare to go to the Upper Peninsula with Leopold.
Correct.
Okay. I think that we would be on our way back to the Justine estate, I think?
Yes, she'd be dropping you off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, gods are rising. The world seems to be ending. What do you think?
I think, Izel, we need to put that god to sleep, or that god needs to die. I don't take kindly to being sacrificed for someone else's power.
Good plan, good plan. Can I get a quick reminder on the things that Osiris said to me? Because it's been a while since I rewatched that episode.
Sure. The first time you spoke to Osiris, you essentially were asking him questions of what it is that his children would want from you and how well they actually understand what he is. The responses were not very, and a lot of things. It was very vague. You didn't walk away with it with too much information. Primarily the thing that if I would say, if you want to better interpret what exactly he said, you'd probably need to talk to someone from the Children of Osiris. It was vague.
So,
wasn't
like
much.
Luna or someone else from that?
Luna or Oswin or
Okay.
yeah, etc.
Did I happen to get Oswin's contact information?
No, but you do have Luna's through Fee.
I think I'm going to say, I don't know if our night's over yet, though, is the thing. Maybe we should probably talk to the Children of Osiris sooner rather than later. Especially given this development.
And Victoria will very quickly whip the car around to, I guess...
I'm going to text Fee and be like, send me Luna's contact information.
There we go, yeah.
There is not a response. Fee is busy.
Yep, that's fair.
Well, I don't suggest going back to the warehouse that was stoned by the Inquisition. That seems like a bad idea.
There's got to be a way to get a hold of her if Fee's not answering.
I suppose we can go to their place.
A good place as any to start if they're not responding.
Ring, 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 ring. Phone call, phone call. Genevieve, your phone is ringing.
Do I see a name on the call display?
Nope.
Flip it open. Hello?
Hi, Genevieve. You recognize the voice to be Hypnos.
Hello, Hypnos.
I think you all should get some sleep. Maybe come by the park. We're having another poetry jam.
Good to know. I think I've got a few more things on the docket, but then I'll definitely be...
No. You should go home.
Wait, does he want us to go home or go to the park?
Go home so you can come to the park tomorrow night.
All right.
Spread the word too, and keep trusting that calico cat, would you?
Since Fee's not answering, I'll text Minerva and say, there's another poetry slam in the park. What else? There's another poetry slam in the park. We've been told to turn in early. And then I'll turn to Victoria and say, secondary change of plans. I think before I hang up on Hypnos, I'll say, all right, well, see you tomorrow evening.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, and tell your Tremere friend to bring her friend. She'll know who I mean.
All right. No, hang up. Trust the calico cat. And Hypnos says to bring your friend in the text to Minerva.
Speaking of texting Minerva, Nymeria's in the back, just sort of sitting there and going, don't think we're going to be having a drink tonight.
Well, not here, at least. Can I use the ribbon to try and locate Mercedes?
Sure. You begin casting your spell. And as you do, Fee, you reach the top of the building on the fire escape. Go ahead and make me... Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So many pages open.
Is this going to be a roll for climbing up or?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead and make me dexterity plus survival.
Why?
As you get to the top of the fire escape, a large boot is coming straight for your chest to kick you off the roof of the building.
Ooh. Well, that's a mistake on their part. Can I say that I had activated cat's or fleetness?
Sure.
Cool. Let me do a rouse test first. Success. No, failure.
Okay.
I know how to read my own dice. So it puts me up to 3 hunger.
Gotcha.
Which means that all my dice for this dexterity survival roll are hunger dice.
Wonderful.
That's 2 successes and 1 bestial failure.
Okay.
So total of 2 successes, though.
So as you are climbing up the fire escape, as your hands crest over to the top of the roof, you catch a whiff. Your heightened senses tuned in. You smell Mercedes. You sort of whip your head around to see her walking back toward the apartment with it completely ablaze. Headphones in, hasn't really noticed yet. She's still about a block and a half off. So you don't notice the combat boot that hits you square in the face, and you reach out for the edge of the building and you just swing wide, and you plummet about a story down.
Landing on.
We can say you land on a car.
Okay.
Would
Just
I
sort of-
be able to have seen Fee falling?
Oh yeah,
Can I try to catch Fee?
sure. Make me a dexterity plus athletics check.
2 dice, got it.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was good at it. I said I wanted to try.
Valid.
I appreciate the thought.
That is 2 critical successes. So one of them being the hunger die. So
Okay.
yeah,
so-
so 4.
You all watch as Ray doesn't even open the door to the car. They just jump out of the window, and in 2 almost like hops, they jump over and stand onto the car and catch Fee. The car still, the roof of it still bows inward tremendously. The glass breaks and shatters across the street. But Fee, you are caught, and you suffer no damage.
Hello.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
A little bit, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go back up there and kill someone now.
Okay.
In the car.
You see Mercedes then runs over and yells at you all and goes, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Yeah,
I-
what the fuck?
Crazy party, right?
I thought maybe you were inside, so
No, I went to Target. I was gone for like 25 minutes.
right. Well, someone just kicked me off the roof, so I'm gonna go rip their heart out. Be right back.
All right. You climb back up, scrambling angrily this time. And more on guard, you sort of have your sword at the ready as you crest over the top. But you don't see anything. You finish climbing all the way up. Make me an... Let's see. Make me a wits plus investigation.
Okay. Can I use my heightened senses to add to this?
Yeah, go ahead and add a die for your heightened senses.
Yep. That is 1.
1 success. Okay. So you managed to notice, sort of carved into the ground, fairly obviously, there appears to be an Ankh, sort of
Okay.
carved into the stonework of the building. And you sort of look out over the edge of the building, one hand on your sword, flame crackling, mere feet from, or not a few feet, but a couple of feet from where you are on this upward positioning. And you realize that your name is out there now. You and everyone in your coterie are prominent figures of Detroit. And that comes with not just responsibilities and resources, but also new targets on your back.
That happened like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone who finds themselves inside and out of the gender spectrum, my name is Dee, and welcome to Under the Pale Cold Sun, Episode 9, Great Responsibility. And with me this evening, I have a whole goddamn crew of amazing, talented TTRPG players, starting with our resident Toreador, the lovely Rowan. How are you?
My face hurts. No, I'm fine. Hello, lovely people. My name is Rowan. You can find me online as @RedWhiteRP. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I am playing Fiorentino de Calza, as stated, our resident Toreador, whose pronouns are also they, them. And then, whoop, right below me is the wonderful Alicia.
Hi, that's me. I'm Alicia. You should fear me. I'll be playing Victoria Beester. You should fear her also. Pronouns she, her for both of us. And yes, fear me. On to Bo.
Hi, I'm Bo. Oh God, I forgot everything. You can find me on Twitter @DorkyTeacher, and I am playing Ray Renault, a Malkavian who has very Toreador tendencies. And that's me.
God bless. God bless.
Am I next on the
Yeah, you are,
Cute.
my love.
Hello, I'm Darby. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Minerva Noctua, who also uses she, her pronouns. Our resident dweeb Tremere. Pass it up.
Hi, I'm Anita, and I'm playing Genevieve Clark. Both our pronouns are she, they. I'm another Malkavian.
Awesome. And my
I have
name is
Malkavian
Dee.
tendencies.
I am the Master of Ceremonies, and I am everything beyond the dark curtain. So, as you all are dealing with the downfall of all these shenanigans, Genevieve and Victoria, I assume you return to your respective places of...
Car whips around a third time.
Colette.
Wonderful. Fee, Mercedes invites you to stay at her place.
Yeah. Might as well. I'm assuming there's no way I could have found the person who kicked me in the face.
They seem to have gone in the wind.
Yeah. Fucking kindred bullshit.
Ray and Minerva, you also
Mhm.
make your way back to your place of sanctity. Haven, that's the word. That's the word I was looking for that I couldn't find.
How's the looking? Is it a normal temperature?
It's kind of cold, but
Okay. Is
It's a
and
vibe.
Namir coming in with us?
oh yes, absolutely. She's in for a penny and for a pound at this point.
Cool.
Welcome.
I'm carrying Petal.
Goodness, I haven't been in here in, in some time.
Oh right, Coterie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
we haven't really had.
definitely-
Oh, go
You're
ahead.
definitely keeping it cleaner than Cassandra ever did.
Well, you know, it is not my responsibility in any way, shape, or form. That's not me.
We split the other Ray. Maybe split the Ray. I sort of keep my, Also, Ray, are you okay with a pet cat? This is Petal.
I love cats.
Okay, it seems like Petal once is following me around. I don't know how she got in my car, but she's kind of just here. He's kind of just here. They're kind of just here. Petal's Petal.
Meow.
Okay. Can I pick up Petal
Mm-hmm.
and just like boop him with my nose on his nose?
They are booped. They accept this.
Wow.
This is the kind of
Normally
roleplay content
cats
we
scratch
crave.
me.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Normally I get scratched in the face when I try that kind of thing.
Petal is very smart.
And Nymeria sort of sits down and says, "So, that thing. Does Ray know about that thing?
Not quite.
Okay. Cool.
It's a surprise.
I love surprises.
So you're gonna have to go into the other room, or we're gonna go into our room, and you can't listen to us. Okay? It's not so much of a surprise if you know what it is.
You're gonna tell me what it is, right?
Eventually,
Like when's eventually?
a surprise.
Okay. Fine.
Listen, let's also, but later, let's the tape recorder. Let's figure out what those other buttons do.
Yeah, that was like really cryptic. It
Yeah,
was
right? Like-
don't push this one in public. Push this one only in
Only in
public.
public?
That
So we
I
should
need
push
to
the
know.
one only in public here, where there's no public.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just grab a bottle of vodka, couple glasses, and then walk into, I guess, what's now my bedroom.
Okay.
Nymeria.
Nymeria follows, and she's just looking at you.
So
Mhm.
I may have looked at the book some more.
Just the book,
Well, also the tape recorder is fascinating. I want one so badly.
Wow. Yes. Sorry, I get told I have a one-track mind.
What?
Nothing. The tape recorder is... Leopold's inventions are definitely eccentric. I would be a touch careful. I doubt it has anything that is outwardly dangerous, but
I talked to another me with it. I don't know what me it was, but
yes.
very interesting.
Leopold has long since been obsessed with the concept of the vampiric id beast. It's the centerpiece for a lot of his experiments.
Okay. But yes, the book. When you looked at the book, what did you find?
It seemed to be mostly Arabic, which I must confess I do not have a proficiency in for the most part. Most of the runes that I recognize seem to be rejuvenative in nature. It appears to be another path of blood magic.
Okay. Can we talk about my sibling a little bit? Nurgle?
And you see that Nymeria sort of instinctively looks to the window in the room and the door and goes, sure. What would you like to know about?
Like how old is he? Like why is he with the Anarchs?
Well, he's with the Anarchs of his own volition.
Mhm.
He thought differently than I did. We had a difference of opinion, and that's just where he felt he fit better.
Can I roll insight?
Go ahead and roll me wits plus insight.
It's 2, 3. Insight is 2. Cool. Four successes.
Okay. She seems to be truthful equal. You can tell that this is a topic that she usually is button-lipped about, so it's a little odd for her to be speaking whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. How old is he?
Older than you, younger than me.
How old was the painting? Just do I know that painting in the
painting?
Ooh,
there was not a date on it,
Okay.
so you didn't know offhand.
Okay. Just this will all come together in just a second. Also very cryptic. Older than me, younger than you. How old are you?
Cryptic, but not technically wrong.
But not technically wrong. That's not a clear answer.
Well, I'm 95.
Insight check.
Same roll. Wits and insight.
Mother flopper. Okay. A messy crit and another success, so 3.
She's telling the truth.
Do I mark a hunger or am I still fine?
With a messy crit, you're fine.
Okay, I'm vibing. We're vibing. Okay. So I can read Arabic now.
Congratulations.
Can I quickly thumb through the book, real quick and look at the last few pages and see if anything is appearing?
Blank.
Nick my finger a little bit and mentally ask, can I tell her?
The blood drips onto the page. Nothing else happens.
Interesting. Well, how much do you know about the old kindred? The old ones?
Where are we going to do this again?
Yes.
I know quite a bit. I have much research put into them. Did you have questions?
About Isis?
Isis. Well, she was supposedly married to not only Osiris but a league of other suitors. She is the mother of Horus and Anubis. She was primarily worshipped for her healing powers. She also was one of the goddesses of funerals. The transition of sarcophagi and the process of mummification is supposedly deeply ingrained in everything about that. So
I think this book used to belong to Isis, or someone who followed Isis.
Darling, I don't know what or how you all are getting these ideas in your head, but I assure you that none of you have been in contact with a Methuselah.
Insight check, please.
Same roll.
I don't trust her. I love my sire, but someone's lying to us, and I don't know who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
5 successes. She seems exasperated but truthful.
I want to. This book has told me things. There's stuff in this book that I should not know. I should not know Nurgle's name. I should not know all these. There's certain things that this book does, that this book knows, and I've been able to do things with magic that don't make sense.
Like what?
Like I don't need to try extremely hard for my rituals to succeed. They just do. And I haven't been sleeping. I've been I've been lying awake filled with visions of everything that's happened in the day repeatedly, except when Petal, who I think is related to all of this, has been sleeping with me.
Right.
I go to sleep as if I'm resting. I feel my body stiffen, but I'm awake and conscious for the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Nurgle knows something about this. He painted something in the Detroit.
Okay.
in the Detroit.
And she's going to grab your hands and go, okay. All right. Just let's just relax. Just take a deep breath.
I'm not crazy. Naimir, you have to. This book. Can I look through the book? You know, just the other pages, not the back.
Mm-hmm. The other pages still have the spells and instructions for rituals alive and well.
Is there anything I can do literally at this second? Random ritual?
Yeah. You're from what you can tell, it is called the ritual would be referred to as hold on a second. Which one is it? Sorry. It is called lycanthropic rejuvenation. You just need the hair of a lycanthrope.
Rippa. I don't have any, do I?
The spell stands out to you for some reason.
Can I heighten sense my clothes? Do I have any lycanthrope hairs on me?
You have cat hair on you.
Can I use one of the cat hairs?
If you use one of the cat hairs and begin to cast the ritual, you feel that familiar wash of warm sunlight almost over you as the hair crisps, and you see Petal sort of look up, meow, and begin to take the humanoid form, and they look particularly fresh-faced and aware, and they're sitting on the bed now.
Hi, Petal.
Hi. Why am I a person?
Spell.
Eh.
From yours
Petal
truly.
lays down on the bed.
Yeah, normal.
Nymeria sort of turns and goes, where did you get a familiar?
They just sort of followed me. But they brought me this book.
I thought you said you found the book on the pier.
Kind of.
Okay. Let's say for a moment that all of this is happening. What would the goddess Isis even want with you?
I don't know. I think she likes me, though.
That which is understandable, but
I mean, you don't have to be nice about it. I know I'm neurotic and everything, but like, this book is something. There's something. It's something with our coterie is happening. We spoke to someone from the cult of Set. The children of Osiris reached out to us. They said something fancy, I think, about a prophecy. And now there's this book. And there's just symbols everywhere. I just don't think it's unrelated. And I think that to dismiss the possibility of such because it seems ridiculous is not true to academic endeavors, nor is it true to the spirit of science and discovery.
And I agree with that, but you do have to understand that if we were speaking in kind terms, you're essentially asking me like it'd literally be like if you were requesting someone who was long dead, if Archduke Ferdinand just started walking around again and you were just a normal student in Detroit and you're like, Archduke Ferdinand has been contacting me. It's like, I mean, you can understand why
Yes,
I think it's ridiculous, right?
I do, but do you trust me?
As much as I trust anyone.
So trust me on this. There's something afoot. It's something weird. It's some tomfoolery. Something. And this book is special,
Alright.
and I am keeping this book, and I'm never gonna let this book go.
That, at least we can agree, is very smart. But all right. I will help you look further into it.
Thank you.
Of course. I should get going. The sun is about to rise at some point.
Okay.
Ray, what you doing?
Hey.
You press the door.
Oh, I'm so bored.
You want to press a button?
Yeah, but I said I would wait for Minerva. Well, she's doing things without me. So, yeah.
Sure she is.
I'm gonna press the stop button.
Okay. And where are you at the moment?
In my bedroom.
Yep.
Moping.
You click down the stop button. It's kind of sitting there. After about 3 seconds, it unclicks.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
You begin to hear Nymeria making her way out of Minerva's room.
I'm gonna poke my head out. Can I come out now?
Oh, yes, of course. You didn't have to stay in your bedroom. I'm sorry about that.
I was told not to ruin the surprise, and I don't want to ruin surprises because I like surprises.
Well, it is certainly something surprising.
Hey, Paddle.
You do see that there is what looks to be like a ginger person of nondescript gender just sort of lounging on a nervous bed.
Our cat's a person. As well.
Oh. Are they cute?
They're pretty cute.
Follow-up question. My brain, when somebody shapeshifts, they either keep their clothes or they don't.
Yeah, Petal is wearing what looks like a very thin white shirt, almost like a 2 sizes too big. Looks kind of like a bed sheet.
We should get you.
Just to chat.
Don't hit on the cat. What?
I'm gonna run into the bedroom. I'm gonna like Petal, and I'm gonna jump onto the bed, and I'm just gonna be like, "You're a person too? Wow, cool."
Yeah.
Can you change back whenever you want?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna get you new clothes, by the way. Something that fits a little better, if you want. Do you want?
Why? I think this is cute.
I don't like clothes.
Me neither.
Okay.
Me. Can we have like a naked party?
I'm fine with that. And Nymeria goes, and that is my cue to leave. I will talk to you both tomorrow.
Bye, Nymeria.
Yep.
You could join us.
Later. No, thank you.
Okay.
Nymeria will
Your loss.
hurry out of the apartment,
If
close
you
the
two
door.
want to have a naked party, that is fine. I'll just study my book. I'll just be studying. All right, cool. Have fun. Bye.
I mean, it's no fun if you're kind of just over there studying. Why are you studying anymore anyway?
It's fun.
But like, we could have more fun.
I don't understand.
Well, Cassandra has this really cool moped, and we could jump on the moped and like go ride around town. That could be fun.
I mean, it's almost dawn, so maybe not tonight.
Oh yeah.
Wanna
All
press
right,
a
then. So I did because I got bored.
I'm sorry.
I pushed the stop button and nothing happened.
What? Press it again. Do it again.
Look, and I pressed the button again.
And Minerva is sitting there watching.
Right,
And
see, nothing
Petal
happened.
is mid-yawn, frozen in place.
Yes! That's time.
And
Yes.
after about 3 or so seconds, Petal...
Did
Minerva...
you press it?
Yeah.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. Nothing happened.
What? Did you even press it?
I did, and then you were just staring at me, and Petal was just yawning, and nobody was doing anything, and then nothing.
I'm gonna drop something. Press the button when I let go.
Okay,
I'm gonna drop a comb.
and I clicked the button.
And you watch as it spins in midair. And you see the shadow that it casts on the ground and the shadow that Minerva casts are all twitching. Just like reverberating slightly.
Can I
And then,
grab the pen?
sure, you reach out and then the stop button unclicks.
What?
Minnie,
Oh, but how? That was fast.
I can stop time.
What?
Uh-huh.
What?
Mhm. Wow, I should have pressed this button sooner.
What's the
I
other
prob-
button do?
So stop is the one that said don't press in public.
Uh-huh.
The fast forward one is the to only press in public.
Want to press it?
So, I mean, yeah. I should press the button.
You press the button. Ray, do you have the discipline celerity?
Sure don't.
Then you, while you are pressing this button, have access to level 2 celerity talents.
Holy shit. Okay. Might have to add a note for that.
I had to
Jesus.
spend so many experience points to get level 2 celerity.
I mean,
And
it's
then Ray-
conditional. I
Ray
have to
just
hold the
fucking-
button.
Gets it. Oh, yeah, put a button.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to do some reading now.
Ray definitely is. Man, so good for Ray. Definitely. a
Oh
good thing.
no! Why would you say it like that?
So,
Fuck.
the only button that you all have not pressed in that case is rewind.
I thought we did. I thought we pressed rewind whenever we contacted.
Oh no, it just
Well,
presses-
you-
just
you-
press play.
You press play after recording, not rewind.
Oh.
So what does
Oh.
rewind do? Ray, press the button.
All right, hold on. I have to mentally remember these things, almost as if I was taking notes.
Yeah, I have to pause and mentally commit these things individually
Okay.
to memory.
Yes.
Hey,
I
that's
have
my
to
real life.
I have to mentally carve them into the tapestry that is my brain. Okay. All right. What do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to go back in time? Press the button.
Okay. You press the button and you watch Minerva reverse her movements and Petal also reverse theirs. And then by the time the button unclicks, Minerva's saying, I'm going to grab something and drop it. And she's holding the pen in her hand.
Minnie,
Uh-huh.
Minnie, I just went back in time.
What?
Ray,
But I was,
she is holding a pen in her hand, and you're still holding the pen in your hand.
this is so cool.
Wait, you went back. Wait, that pen, that looks like my pen.
This is what I'm saying. I went back in time.
What? Do I remember anything?
Ray was getting ready to press the stop button.
So okay. So we've tested all the buttons at this point. I went back in time. I'm presuming it's like 5 minutes back in time. I don't know.
Closer to a minute.
Okay. And did I have to let go of the button for it to stop, or did it just go back?
No, it unclicks when it's reached
Okay.
its certain.
So it's like a tracer rewind. So we've tried them all. So you actually don't have to watch that, I guess. Oh, you didn't get to experience that. That sucks. But I experienced it, and it's pretty cool. I can stop time. The stop button stops time. I caught this when you let it go, and then picked it up, and it was cool. And then I can fast forward myself if I remember what celerity does properly. And I can do like super cool stuff with speed, and I can go back in time.
That is amazing. This is great. In your pen, my pen, our pens, we have pens.
Yes. We now have matching pens.
We now have matching pens. Now you can take notes like me. Do you need a notebook? I
Nope.
have so many journals. Maybe other Ray would like this pen.
Sure. But it's mine because it's ours.
Yeah. Which hours? Your hours or
Well,
ours?
it was yours, and now it's mine. So it's ours, and I don't want the other me to have it because it's mine.
You know, sharing is caring.
I don't like to share.
Well, you could be pen pals.
I'll be pen pals with you. How about that?
I mean, okay, and we live right next. We're in the same house together.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, it's almost done. We should probably go to sleep.
Okay. So are you taking Half Naked Kitty, or am I?
I think I'll sleep with half naked. I will house half naked. Petal can sleep in my room. It's fine.
Option 3, we all sleep in the same bed.
I mean, if you want, I guess. I don't know why you'd want. The bed is not that big. Like,
I am 100% sleeping in your bed.
okay. I'll get into bed. Is Petal still a human?
Mm-hmm.
Petal, can you change to kitty form? We might all three fit better in this bed if you're.
Not until the spell wears off.
Can I end the spell early?
No, that's not how it works.
Okay, well, you can just. I'll sleep on this edge. Ray, you can sleep on the other edge, and Petal can be in between. Or how do you want to do this? I'm just gonna lay at a part of the bed. You arrange yourselves how you want. I'm just gonna lay down, fully clothed. Just.
Petal curls around Ray, if they allow them to, and says, "You smell like shadows."
Thanks. You smell like cat.
Hmm. And you all bed down in your very three's company sleeping arrangements. And Fee, you are back at Mercedes' place.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you thought it would be. It's
Functional.
It is functional. It is plain. There is not a lot of flavor going around, except in the living room. There is this wall spanning tapestry that looks like a stained glass piece of art.
This is pretty.
Oh, thank you. I haven't knitted anything in forever. I should do it more.
Yes,
What?
you should. Oh, shit! I
What?
had a bunch of paintings that I was supposed to... that Mal was supposed to take.
Oh, that's
Shit.
right. I got a couple of them in the car. And then I really wanted gummy worms and weed, so I went to Target.
To get weed?
It's Detroit.
Oh, alright. Whatever works. How are you... how are you feeling? Like, overall?
Better. I'll be honest. I'm so sick of vampires. I need a vacation.
You and me both.
Yeah. One day. Maybe one day.
Maybe, unless the world ends. That might be a thing we're dealing with, by the way. So.
Woo. And she lays
No.
down on the couch and puts her head in your lap and says, "Where will we go on vacation?"
Well, I can't say somewhere sunny.
Yeah, I feel like that's cruel.
I mean, we can get a very nice hotel.
Could. Or we could go camping.
I mean...
Roughing it,
why,
stay outside
though?
in a tent, beans out of a can.
I'm afraid I don't know what that means.
It literally just eating beans out of a can. Although I guess you don't really eat.
Why?
Because it's the great outdoors.
What is so great about it?
It's outdoors.
I like doors and walls.
And she sort of sits up and goes,
"Ooh, you know what we could do?
Camping.
Is we could get one of those really fancy RVs with like a hot tub in it."
Okay, I'm with you.
No, that's as far as that idea went. As long as there's a hot tub and like a bed.
Who needs a bed when you can sleep on the ground and feel all the rocks and sticks poking into you?
What part of this is appealing to you?
And she lays down and just looks up, just points a hand towards the ceiling and goes, "You can see the stars out there. It's quiet. The city's too loud."
I don't know. I'm used to the loud.
I know. That's why I want you to enjoy the quiet. I've never seen you disconnect from anything.
Yes, well...
anything, Fee.
People need to appreciate me and everything that I do. Right? It would be a crime to deprive them of that.
Right.
I
And
am doing the
it has-
people a service.
And it has nothing to do with your unrelenting urge to make sure that everyone is enamored with you.
You're not my therapist.
I could be your part-time therapist.
But you're not.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
If you eat anybody, don't get them on my carpet.
Understood.
And she goes to disappear into the back of the apartment. Genevieve and Victoria, did you two have anything you wanted to do when you returned to your respective havens? Since your homes are mostly dark at this point.
Genevieve's gonna stay up a little bit, play some violin, just go through the scales, and is going to end up going to sleep.
Okay. Madame Beaster?
Victoria's going to try and arrange for additional protections for her place and Jackson's.
Okay.
Jackson King was paranoid for a reason.
Protections such as?
Such as, like wars against, unwelcome guests. See if she can get some more cars warded in a similar way to Jackson's, stuff like that.
Okay. So you do know, after a bit of inquisition, specifically with Emerson, excuse me, that most of those things were done through Leopold. That was Jackson's connection through Clan Lasombra. So Emerson says that he'll get on it. He'll start moving things around, getting things going how they need to go.
Wonderful.
You notice, make me a wits plus insight check.
Wits and oh god. I didn't break anything.
Didn't you know?
No, nothing is broken.
Broke my heart, Alicia.
I threatened your heart. I didn't break it. Wits and insight, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That'll be a total of 4 die. Where's my hunger one? There it is. It's only... Nope. 3 successes.
Okay. Emerson looks kind of tired. Sort of like just dark circles under the eyes. He's moving a little slower than normal.
And Emerson's a ghoul, right?
That is correct.
And Melson.
Hmm?
What is wrong?
I mean, a bunch of nerds on Reddit raised a couple stocks super high, so that's been a little weird to check the books on.
I mean, specifically with you.
Nothing in particular. Why? What's up?
You look tired.
Well, I have been running around since like last night, so I am ready to turn in.
You always run around, though. What is different now?
And he sort of looks at you for a second and then closes the door and says, you know a lot about ghouls?
Not in particular.
We subsist off of the life force of whoever made us a ghoul. And when we need to re-up that tank, we start to deteriorate at the rate of, a corpse. So
Is Jackson the only one you can get your refill from?
unfortunately, yes. It's not going to be a problem for like a while.
What would happen if Jackson were to cease existing?
Then I would follow suit shortly after, I'd imagine. Not going to stop me from helping you.
That is not in your best interest, then.
Yeah, not really. Did you need anything else?
Is it just his blood you need?
Yes, as far as I know.
Noted. Get some rest, Emerson.
Good night, Victoria. And Emerson will walk out and close the door. All right.
So much for that, Bella. God. I'll find another way. She'll turn
So, eventually the night takes you all, and you begin your restful sleep. And go ahead.
Fee definitely would have ordered the nicest champagne they could get on DoorDash. I don't even know if you can actually do that. And hit up someone from their herd to feed because they're at 3 hunger. So
It's a good idea.
get that down at least 1.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
I would drop your hunger down to 2, indeed.
Cool.
Does Minerva sleep?
No. Or no, yeah, Petal's there. Yes.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah,
So
Minerva
it
sleeps.
is related to Petal.
So,
Actually, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Victoria would send a text message before she went to rest. She'd send a text to Warren with the words like, "Do you need a refill?"
And he responds with, "It is about that time, if you didn't mind."
Comes with a manner when you are available.
And he responds in the affirmative.
Okay.
So, you lovely folks are awakening again as the moon rises high in the sky. And
Where do I wake up this time?
you, fun fact, wake up in the garage, in the seat of John F. Kennedy's car, which Ophelia owns.
Of course she does. In the back seat or in the front seat?
You are in the presidential seat.
Cool. Yep. Real good.
So, Genevieve, as you awaken, you also have an email.
And a splitting headache.
And a splitting headache.
Okay. I'll check the email.
It attached is a video file of what looks like a lady be under a house.
The Wizard of Oz. I'll hit play.
Okay. It is a POV shot of someone crouched underneath a house, and like sort of the crawl space in between the porch and the house itself. And you hear the things that I get into for my dearest mommy. There's crunching of leaves and the moving of small toy tricycles and things like that. And you hear this loud, okay, running out of time. And the video begins to increase in pace, walking, and this area just continues. It looks like it's underneath the crawl space of a house, but the size of this porch would have to be massive. And then you see what has to be probably a 12-foot tall, dark, leather-skinned person with large spikes on the shoulders and two twisted horns sort of almost braided back, and this long, elongated jaw which opens and then splits and makes this terrible clicking, screeching noise. And the phone is dropped and the video ends. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Every
Sissy,
time,
what did
G.
you get into?
Every time.
Well,
So hopefully everyone is enjoying themselves.
enjoy the nightmares, folks.
Define enjoy.
Yes.
I'm having a great time.
Get up, stretch your various limbs, drink some water, and we'll
Detach
be
your
back
jaw.
shortly. Yeah. Make sure all your muscles are working how they should. And yeah, we'll be back very shortly.
All right. See you in 10 minutes.
welcome back. Last we left off on break, everyone went nighty night.
Before we get to the story,
Yep.
I have an offer. Tanita,
Boy.
co-founder of Critical Misses.
Well,
I have an offer for you.
Oh my.
Yesterday, you were intimidated into giving me a number under duress. That was wrong. Ergo, I have a counter offer.
all right.
I, for a period of 6 months, will not use any bits to harm Noir. If you let the number for yesterday stand,
I will say that you can still use the number. You can allow the bits to harm Noir. I have spoken this over with my partner, and he is fine with being harmed by bits.
But the
and I
price
am
is
respecting
off.
his opinion on this.
God
The
bless.
number can stand. I will allow.
number can stand. All
Council
right.
decrees. Ash
You
concurs.
Back to the story then.
Back to the story.
And with that having been said, all you kindred awake out of your various places of rest, and you all have a flyer outside. Well, Genevieve had an email, and you all also have a flyer that is sent to you.
Can I have a moment of waking up first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Minerva,
Yep.
why am I in your bed?
Oh, is this Professor Ray? Okay.
Minerva,
Other Ray.
There is a cat that is tucked very cozily under your arm.
Funny
That's
story.
what I'm doing work for.
Yeah. Funny story. Other Ray wanted to sleep in my bed for some reason, so. Also, we have a cat.
hi,
But-
cat.
Also, a person. Petals. Lycanthrope? Yes? No? Petal?
Ow.
Yeah. So Petal's also a person. And Petal was a person last night. And Baby Ray was like, oh my god, like, I want to, like, spend the night with Baby Ray. And then it was like, yeah, and then we all just, slept in the bed. So, yeah. Totally normal. Nothing happened. It's all good. It's everything. It's fine. I just didn't, it was very awkward. It's fine. I'm fine. We're fine. It's cool. What's up?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go get ready, make ready. Yep, bye.
Can you pass me my shirt?
Where did your shirt go? Throw shirt.
Listen, you're lucky I'm wearing anything at all.
Do you normally sleep not with? I'm just gonna throw Ray's
I
clothes
do.
at Ray.
I do, but it's happened
I
on
was out
several
like that,
occasions.
and I guess Baby Ray just decided to take their shirt off. Here you go. Also,
Thank
we
you.
figured out what your tape recorder does.
Oh, what does it
Yeah.
do?
So fast forward lets you fast forward through time, right? Was that? I immediately forgot.
Celerity.
Celerity. It gives you celerity.
No idea what that means, but cool.
It's like special, like it's a discipline that like lets you move like really fast and stuff. Pressing stop stops time, and pressing rewind rewinds time. So we tested it with an object, and so like you can make two of an object, which is like crazy. And I'm like, I think we should definitely experiment with this, see what happens. I want to see if two objects that are used at the same are the same object but separated by time will explode when put together. Like that would be really cool to figure out. But anyways, we figured out what your thing does. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Evening. Right. Hmm. So, what did I miss? I got some of what happened. Osiris. Oh, I had a question for you, D. Did this ray hear the Osiris thing as well?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Interesting. So that voice that I heard, that was
Probably
Osiris.
Yeah.
And we're going to do what about that?
For now, nothing. Maybe we'll text someone from the Osiris, Children of Osiris, maybe, but it's either fake or we die. Meanwhile, before then, we're just gonna do other stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's totally chill. Also, did Baby Ray leave it on for you to know that we got upgraded?
Probably not.
Ray was actually the first person to be let in on this secret when they went to go find Cassandra. So both Rays would be aware of the plan.
Perfect. Yes, I did hear about that. Okay, so it's a lot of responsibility for someone who's just turned like a month ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray.
Yeah.
You know that book Minerva's been carrying around?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like she slept with it. And as she's walking around the apartment, preparing to get ready and talking, she doesn't put the book down. She's like brushing her teeth. She's putting her clothes on. Everything she's doing with this book in hand. Minerva, go ahead and remove a willpower from your pool for me.
Big fucking yikes. Big fucking yikes. Big fucking yikes, folks. We're not doing well on willpower.
That's what happens when you give the level 1 character a cursed item.
I'm gonna hold on to this book till I fucking die.
Hey, Minerva.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you noticed, but you've been carrying around that book like since you got up.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's I want to make sure I don't lose it. I'm pretty forgetful sometimes, you know.
Yeah. I find that if you're having trouble remembering where something goes, you can give it a home, a place for it to stay in your house.
Well,
And
also
that's where you put it every time.
Well, yeah, but also a priest did break into my home looking for this book, and then I got outed as a kindred and had to leave my home, and my next door neighbor thought I was an alien, so
Right.
I'm a little reticent to let it go, you know.
You're brushing your teeth, dear.
I have a toothbrush. Yes,
and you don't have to hold the book while you're brushing your teeth.
But it's interesting.
I mean, you can put it down just for a moment.
I mean, okay. I'll put it on the counter for a second.
All right.
And then I will put it in my back pocket.
And eventually you folks finish reading yourselves. And you, like I said, you do have a flyer. It looks like it was made in like MS Paint. That is like what is clearly supposed to be Hypnos from the curly white locks of hair. But like a stick figure. And like several other stick figures in the park. And it says, "You're invited."
Poetry slam?
I mean, yeah, I have been, writing as a way of coping with all of this. So I do have some poems.
Cool. Hopefully you won't
Ready?
pass out this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the other Ray. Well, it's so strange to refer myself in the third person. Also has something they want to present.
Oh, but you have the eject button. You can swap.
Yes. So that'll be fun.
You want to take the moped or my car?
Oh, I do not want to ride that death trap.
It's interesting you say that. All right.
So you two begin to set off. Did anyone else have any actions for the morning that they wanted to take before we move to the park?
I'd like to have a conversation with my sire, but Victoria can go first.
Nope, you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find Ophelia, see if she's in the house.
She's drinking coffee.
A blush of life, mummy dearest. Miss the taste?
Yes, I am beginning my method.
Got an interesting email this morning.
Did you know?
Yes. I'll take the video, hit play, and slide it across the island at her, across the marble.
And she'll just like sort of watch. Go, ooh. Paris seems exciting.
What did you send her into?
Oh, I sent her to get to the bottom of all this demon business. You know, they don't come from nowhere.
If I don't get another email from her...
No, please, do go on. What, pray tell, will happen, Genevieve?
I'll be very upset.
Oh, as will I, Starlight. And she sort of sets the coffee cup down and says, but alas, what we do is dangerous work, maintaining the script and all.
Some of us more than others.
Yes, those are the most precious pieces. Well, I am off for the evening. Hopefully you have a fulfilling day doing whatever it is you plan to get into.
I think I'll go take in the arts.
Always a worthy pursuit. Good night. The front door closes behind her.
And Genevieve will get ready to leave for the park. Grab a book of poems from one of the shelves.
Wonderful. Victoria, what did you want to do this morning?
Well, she's gonna check. Okay, she's gonna make sure Warren gets fed, whatever. And I guess she'll also ask Warren at that point, just like, do you require me to survive?
Yes, that's primarily how the relationship between Ghoul and Kindred subsists.
Is there any way around that?
Well, the process of a ghoul de-aging, as it were, is that the blood essentially begins to evaporate out of us, turn to dust almost. I suppose you could save someone by siring them, turning them into a full-blooded kindred may do the trick. Certainly fix the recursion problem.
Is there any other way?
Well, From what I know about it, the essence, the sort of odd, nebulous soul energy that comes from a living person's blood isn't necessary to sustain a ghoul. It simply must be the blood of their side. And give it to a ghoul at a later date, it would have much the same effect as a blood bag.
Interesting. Thank you, Warden.
Of course. No problem.
Now get out of my sight and get to work.
Yes, of course. And he hurries out of the room.
Well, that will have to do, I suppose. I was really hoping to skip a generation, though. Oh well.
All right. So, Fee, is there anything you want to do this morning, or simply make your way out? All right. Mercedes will insist that you stop being a nonce and just get into her car, which is this old, restored, jet black Mustang. That is a two-seater, and you guys make your way to the park, and eventually all of you meet up at the park, and you do see the gentle collection of Hypnos and his hippies sort of just hanging around. One of them appears to be mid presentation as you all arrive. And as you all vacate your various vehicles and make your way towards Hypnos, he sort of looks up and goes, "Oh, you've all decided to join us."
Hypnos, lovely to see you again.
Always, Genevieve, darling. How are you all doing?
I'm quite well, rested, ready for the eve. Don't know about everyone else.
Perfect, perfect. Did everyone bring some poetry with them?
Yes, and a friend. Can I hold up Petal? Could I have brought Petal?
Oh, look at this little one. Sort of scratch under the chin. And Petal will jump out of your arms and go rest in Hypnos' lap. Say, well, who would like to start? I think I'll be going last. I also have a friend here who wanted to share. And you see sort of they look a little uncomfortable, but you do see Joe Ashton has returned to the poetry circle, kind of hesitant to be there. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. And he points to Genevieve.
Oh, me first, I suppose?
Yes. Attention, all of my wonderful coterie. Welcome to the stage, Genevieve. They all.
I'll open up the book of poems. From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen. As others saw, I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life was drawn from every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the clouds that took the form, when all the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view.
And you see all of the various the people who have been there for a long time snap along. Joe starts to clap until they see that they're supposed to be snapping, and then they snap in rhythm. And Hypno says, "That was lovely, Genevieve. Victoria, our Ventrue friend, did you have a piece that you wanted to share?" Hypnos sort of waves a hand in front of Victoria's face. "Hello."
If you touch me, you're all dead.
That is a-okay. You don't have to come to the circle and share. You can just enjoy. And he then turns and says, "But a Toreador, something tells me you have an eye for the arts."
One or two.
Please, regale us.
Fee will pull a little like brown leather bound like book out of a pocket, and flip through a couple pages. Go. This one. I cannot say what morning is. I cannot tell you of its yellows and oranges, of its warmth and brightness. I cannot tell you how it blinds anyone who looks too long in its face, or how it takes its sweet, sweet time. I cannot ask the morning to stop or start. It does what it feels it must, even when it seems unfair. I cannot see why it must destroy another to exist, or pierce it like so many spears. I can only see when the morning ends. I can see how it fights against its fading into the dark. I can only see the dark.
And everyone, that was very good, very very tortured. I felt that, you know.
Thank you.
Done. Well done. If you don't mind, my friend here, Liz, had something she wanted to share before we move on to the rest of your coterie. And probably the most startling thing that you all notice is that Liz very much smells like Kine. And she looks very nervous. And she says, actually, Hypnos, I think Joe wanted to go. I don't think I'll share this time around." And Hypnos sort of looks at her for a second and goes, "All right, Joe, you're up." And Joe sort of stands and says, it's not very long, but take off your blindfold and tell me what you see. Interchanging doors or a corridor of screens. If your naked eye is trapped inside a dream, then unveil your disguise, because nothing is what it seems. And that's it. That's all I wrote. All we wrote. And the snaps resume, and Hypnos goes, That was pretty good. Pretty good. For context, Joe is new to the whole poetry scene. So I think that was a fantastic first entry. Um, Now you, young one, if I let you read a poem, should I get like a stretcher ready?
Well, to be honest, I don't know, but hopefully, if the two of us present one after the other, it won't be so bad.
All right.
Catch you if you fall.
Thank you, Minerva. And he kind of walks up, nervously kind of holds up a paper. I knew myself once. Every facet, every face, every form. Never once did an emotion not conform to the paths in my mind worn. I knew myself once. I'm quiet, I'm sweet. I am kind, no longer. Alone in my mind, there is another. I knew myself once. Wouldn't hurt, wouldn't fight, wouldn't kill, though this thing inside will take from me the last. The face I see is no longer me. I can no longer be, despite my plea.
And the snaps resume. And you see Hypnos sort of leans forward as you pull out the tape recorder.
Just do a quick swap here. Hi. Hi, everyone. I didn't realize that I'd be in front of so many people already. Oh, my poem. Okay. Takes a meaningful glance at Minerva. Moonlight, rainfall, and hair-raising breath. Something has brought you into my nest. Shh, don't fight. I don't want your death. I just want that warmth inside your chest. No, not that, silly. Don't be crude. I swear, as I unlive. Do you get it? It's a metaphor, dude. I want that thing that only you can give. I take anything I want, but that is the one thing I cannot. So come close. Take my hand. Make me the happiest kindred in the land.
Their fingers smile and say, "You got yourself one of those funky little divining tools too. That's good. Good for you." And we'll sort of turn to Minerva and go, "I usually close out the poetry jams, so please take it away."
Okay. This is not an original. I'm reading an oldie but goldie. Sappho. That man to me seems equal to the gods, the man who sits opposite you and listens close by listens to your sweet voice and your enticing laughter that indeed has stirred up the heart in my breast, for whenever I look at you, even briefly, I can no longer say a single thing. But my tongue is frozen in silence. A delicate flame runs beneath my skin. With my eyes I see nothing. My ears make a whirring noise. A cold sweat covers me. Trembling seizes my body, and I am greener than grass, lacking but little of death do I see.
And Hypnos stands up and claps and goes, Very good. Lots of emotions. Lots of very like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the vibes. Is everyone feeling the vibes right now?
Victoria steps forward, doesn't say a word, and I'm not going to do it because I personally still have a lot of work to do, but she is going to sign her entire poem. For the purposes of the audience, I'm going to read it out loud what she's signing. Given freely was the boon, trading sun for the moon. Eyes above through many lenses, iron walls built for defenses. Moves abound through wicked means, while actors fall in every scene. Bitter memories pull to the fore, bane and burden through either door. Blood is spilled and power earned. Always remember the lesson learned.
Hypnos will sign to you and say, I knew there was a poet in there somewhere.
She'll just sign back, death.
And Hypnos will say, well, then I suppose I should give my closing words. Thank you all so much for joining us. So many new faces. Hopefully we see all of you more in the future. I remember you were conflicted, misusing your influence. And at times I did the same, abusing my power full of resentment, a resentment that turned into a deep depression. Found myself screaming in a hotel room. I didn't want to self-destruct. The evils of Lucy were all around me. So I went running for answers until I came home. But that didn't stop survivor's guilt, going back and forth trying to convince myself of the stripes I earned or how A1 my foundation was. But while my loved ones were fighting the continuous war back in the cities, I was entering a new one. A war based on apartheid and discrimination. Makes me want to go back to the city, tell all the homies what I learned. The word was respect. And you see Hypnos sort of trails off on the last words and goes, that is Kendrick Lamar. And he'll go and sit back in the grass and say, well, that's all I got for poems. How are y'all?
Doing
All
well.
good?
Poetry is always such a nice way of unloading the things that are weighing on our soul. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. Sometimes I think people should be more aware of where they put those weights when they take them off their own soul, though. Oh, I guess I should give you this little dude back. And Hypnos scoops up the cat and hands Petal to you. When your hands touch Hypnos to take Petal away, he says, "Oh, I guess I should hand this little dude back to you, Isis." Minerva, make me a willpower save.
No way. There's no way I'm taking this.
Yep. Here we go.
Oh! Double successes. Cool. 2 9s.
So that's 2 successes total?
That's probably still a failure.
Okay. You see your vision push backwards, almost like you are falling in this endless blackness. And you all watch Minerva blink and go, yes, of course. And sort of take Petal, caress him in one hand. and pet and say, "Well, should we decide what we want to do next? We could either go to the UP or start working on revealing some of the Anarch people."
I think well, what I want to do personally was to get in touch with Luna.
And the other children of Osiris. That makes sense.
Does this resonate with Ray in any way?
You can make a hefty insight check. Make it insight plus resolve.
Okay. Can I add empathy to it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Didn't take out all of my d10s. Shit. I'll roll twice. Okay. So it's 5. Okay. So I need 7. Okay. Two. Yeah, that's just 2.
2? You look at Minerva for a second. She's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the plan was after this. I wasn't really exactly here for all of it, but I know we have to find the children of Osiris. What else do we have to do?
Kill the Anarchs.
Kill the Anarchs. Not super keen on that.
And you guys see the Hypno sort of gets up, dusts himself off. He goes, "Well, I will leave you guys to your plans. I think I'm gonna go take a nap." You walk his way back toward just some benches, essentially.
Before he goes away completely, I think Genevieve will just sort of stop and say, I wanted to thank you for the gift.
Oh, it's no problem. You don't have to thank me for a gift. It's a gift.
Have a good sleep.
Yes. Hopefully it won't be too long. And he lays himself across the bench. Could I get everyone of my players to check Zoom chat, please? And as you're all sort of coalescing here, is there anything else that you guys wanted to handle before you set off to, or at least made a call to Luna? I would say that Fee's probably sent her phone number to the group chat at this point, so anyone could make the call.
Has Fee... Sorry, as I die, try to ask this. Has Fee told me and Genevieve that their apartment burned down? Because we're still unaware of that part.
Yeah, probably concerns everyone.
Okay. We had to got out quickly, apparently. Well, we should get you a new residence then, shouldn't we?
I'm. It this won't be that hard. I just need to make sure that it is less flammable than the last one.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? Clearly word got out about the power change. You can't rest on your laurels about this, or you'll die. Again.
I mean, I can get a place easy enough. If you have experience with fireproofing, then I would welcome your assistance.
Perhaps we can talk to some of the Lasombran to get some sort of wards placed on any new residences.
That would be my suggestion.
Perhaps. There were a number of them amongst the children of Osiris, were there not?
I believe so.
Well, there
You
we
should
go.
probably get in contact with Leopold. It is my understanding he handles most of I can't remember actually. He handles most of that.
Did Fee mention the Ankh that was carved into the...
Yeah, seemed relevant.
Interesting. That keeps popping up a lot, especially when we're dealing with the demons.
There's so many Egyptian names being thrown around. I can't even tell who wants what. With this, whoever, the way I am thinking, whoever burned down the place is the same person who sent that woman after me.
Having seen that Ankh
Possibly.
around... Sorry.
She just said possibly connected. Go ahead.
Having seen that Ankh around in several places, would Genevieve have been putting together through her knowledge of the occult and like that sort of thing, like putting together a sort of pattern to the Ankh, because it is a symbol of eternal life?
Not anything in particular. You know that it is also known as the Key of Life. Yeah, not too much beyond that.
Okay.
You can make an intelligence and occult roll.
Thank you. I will do that. That is... Okay, that's those dice. There's a whole lot of dice. Ah, you didn't roll in the tray. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, jeez. That's... Oh, God. I didn't roll anything below a 6.
Oh, nice.
On 7
So,
dice. And one was a 10.
Okay, so 9 successes, or 8 successes.
8
I can
successes.
count.
Yeah.
With 8 successes, it's weird. It's weird. This is the symbol of eternal life, but it's almost being used as like a graffiti tag.
Yeah.
Like there are no connections to all the places you've seen the Ankh show up. Almost as though whoever is putting them where they are doesn't know what they're supposed to represent.
It's almost like someone's just using it as a mark for things. So there must be someone that's placing it in places. Maybe that's another lead we should track down, is to try to find out who exactly is leaving them. And why.
Well, I did get a pretty solid whiff of their boots, so if we pass by them again, I can probably suss that out.
It's a possibility. Did you manage to get a hold of Luna to see if we could talk to her?
I messaged her last night. I think she said she'd send me something or get back to me.
All right. Well, that's one lead we can track down at least.
Yes, I don't think she has yet. I'll check my phone.
You check the phone and there is no response. There's nothing
Yeah.
like
Still waiting.
All right.
Don't we know of one child of Osiris at the club?
Oh, that was a child of Set.
Oh. There really are
But
too
that
many.
is another
you
elite
you
that
hit the
we
nail on the
connected.
head, Fee. There's too many Egyptian.
Right? They all want something different, and they don't make it clear who's using what symbol, and
But that is another lead we can track down. Just look into the children of Set and see what they want out of this.
see Minerva sort of scoff a little at the mention of the children of Set and go, I mean, based off of our first interactions, it looked like most of what they wanted to do was turn us against the children of Osiris. I mean, the lady fully admitted to blowing up Victoria's car and then and then Oswin told us that that was a frame. So but I do think we should meet with Luna for what it's worth.
when she gets back to me.
You can always send another text.
You could also call.
That's fair too.
I can call her if you don't want to.
That just works for me. It's so. Ugh.
Give me the number. I'll call.
It rings a couple of times, and then Luna picks up and says, "Hello."
Hi, Luna, Genevieve.
Oh, hi.
I was hoping to maybe talk with you or some of the other members of the Children of Osiris. We have some questions.
Yes. We are still a little scattered due to the events that happened a while ago. But I could answer any questions you had over the phone.
Okay,
We're not really doing in-person meetings at the moment.
that's...
Didn't really go well last time.
No, definitely not. Would you also happen to have Oswin's contact information?
Of course. I could put you in contact with Oswin.
That would be great as well. Anything that you're unable to answer, I'm sure that they could as well.
Absolutely. So what kind of questions did you all have?
What kind of questions did we all have, folks? The assignment was to look into the Children of Osiris and see what the connection was. Was that the deal?
It was to look into you're just looking for any connecting threads on the connection with demons that might be prevalent through the cult of Set.
What do you know about the cult of Set?
Also, as a note, it is the cult of Set and the children of Osiris.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna write that like 5 times just so I get it
They
right.
both start with C. It's not our
Yeah.
fault.
Listen, I know. I'm providing helpful guidance.
Thank you.
Luna will say, well, the cult of Set is full of very manipulative people. Set in it of himself, back long in the time of the Methuselahs, was a very dastardly schemer who attempted on several occasions to try and take down Osiris, and even did manage to, supposedly, if the legend is true, cleave him into 14 pieces and then scattered his body across Egypt. So, the cult of Set is filled with people who think that that's okay, for example.
Genevieve, can you, while being as obtuse as possible, could you ask about what the children of Osiris would do if Osiris were back?
First thing I'll do is I'll say, I'm just going to put you on speakerphone. 1 second.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Hi, Luna.
I'll get Luna to explain the whole thing again, and quick question: what would you do if Osiris was back?
Oh, I suppose the children would probably all reconvene on wherever Osiris would be. I'm not exactly sure. That might be a question for Oswin. I would follow Oswin's lead, but
If I remembered your teachings properly, you all were trying to resist the effects of the hunger, correct?
less trying to resist the effects of the hunger and more trying to resist the impulse of the beast, if that makes sense.
Right. Is this because Osiris was the same, or because of some other reason?
Yes, much like how other Methuselah are the progenitors of things like celerity and so on and so forth. The discipline we practice of Bardoism started with Osiris.
Oh. Would that mean that Osiris is like a more humane
Oh, extremely so.
Methuselah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, not necessarily world-ending, apocalyptic nightmare.
That's oddly specific, but no, I don't believe so.
Well, that's good. This is good news.
Is it news?
Shit.
And Minerva sort of goes, Ray was speaking hypothetically, mostly, not really. It news relative to us.
It's fine.
I'm just really enjoying Darby's face.
Right now, for those of you who can't see our Zoom chat, Darby's name is not Minerva.
It's pretty great.
So yeah.
Okay.
Luna says, I'll message you Oswin's number. I believe he's out for the night. I think he had to meet with someone. But he has recently been talking about you all, so I'm sure he'll be excited for you to get in contact.
Thank you, Luna. Do you happen to know if the children of Set are dealing with demons at all? Or is that an Oswin question?
It wouldn't be the first time. The children of Set like to employ outside forces to do their work. It wouldn't surprise me, but I've never seen any evidence myself.
All right. Thank you for your time. I'll look forward to the text from you with Oswin's information.
Absolutely. I'll do that right now.
Ta.
And the line disconnects.
Well, that was a little bit more enlightening. But you also have to think that if the members of the Children of Osiris are saying that, oh, he's all wonderful and good and everything, you have to wonder how much of that is spin. Over centuries.
Yes. Well, historically, these things tend to change over time. Our perspectives on things and people get skewed by the retelling over and over.
Even the concept of morality itself is sort of a ever-changing social construct kind of thing. So I would imagine that since ancient Egypt, it's changed quite a bit.
What sort of gods wake up, we die, don't you seem to understand?
I'm not saying that we don't die if the gods wake up. I'm just saying that this particular god isn't inherently going to be the one who kills us. Because if one god wakes up, then it makes sense that other gods are probably going to start to wake up, because it's probably just the time for gods to start waking up.
No matter what, we die, so it has to stop. I don't care if they gave to charity.
I'm not
Them
saying
waking
it
up
doesn't have to
is
stop.
bad.
I'm not saying it doesn't have to stop. It should probably stop. It's probably not a good thing. I'm just saying that if Osiris being the first one is a good thing.
Any of them waking up is bad. Period.
If Osiris is not as bad, perhaps he could be an ally against potential other Methuselah gods, whatever you want to call them, coming back. I would rather have one of equal power on my side protecting me than have all of them against me.
Do you stop and talk to ants every day? Because that is what we are to a kindred god.
Have you spoken to a kindred god before?
I know what power does.
Not always.
I have. Osiris.
Well,
Vague as gods are, I suppose. Not very forthcoming with answers, as gods are, I suppose. But very interested in awakening. As to whether or not the world ends, if Osiris wakes, well, now that Osiris is awake, because let's face it, we've kind of crossed that bridge and burned it behind us. It's unclear yet. Minnie, maybe you need to do some more research and get some more answers?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Prophecies, that sort of thing?
Right. Yeah. No problem.
I'm happy to help, Minerva. I know that, you like to do this thing, but I do have some experience with that as well.
I'd be glad to have your help. Well, if there's nothing else, I suppose we should just split up and wait.
I'm waiting to see if I get a text.
It would have gotten to you as soon as the phone
ended.
call ended. Yeah, she would have sent out the information for Oswin.
All right. We'll give Oswin a call.
There's
I suppose
We'll
we
leave a
should try to
message.
have a.
What were you saying, Ray?
I suppose we should each try to get something done with our night. If we're trying to figure out the link with these demons and suss out the Anarch threat, perhaps we should start working on finding who is leading the Anarchs at this moment.
Right. I'm going to be researching. Ray's going to be helping.
Alicia, not Alicia, Victoria, this sounds like it's right up your alley. Finding.
Identifying power structures, seeing who's at the top.
Do I have your permission to mail to them?
Technically, the prince said that we should get any information and just keep it to ourselves and not act on the information.
I didn't say I would kill them immediately, now did I?
No.
I think identifying a power structure is the first step before you destroy the power structure.
It is.
That is true, yeah.
You find the links and then you topple the tower.
Already
Great.
working on that.
Fantastic. All right. Bo or Ray, should we start making our way?
Yeah, let's go. Is Minerva holding Petal?
Yeah. Minerva has not put Petal down.
Okay. What about the book?
You don't see the book.
Hey, as we're walking back, I just want to quietly sidle up to her. Say, hey, where's the book?
Oh, I've got it tucked away. I didn't want to have it like out and about. I didn't know who would be here.
Right. Okay.
And as you all, as the pair of you get into the car, Minerva starts the car up and says, "What do you think about Bardoism? That whole thing with the children of Osiris."
I think if I could learn more, I probably would.
Right? I was thinking that too. Maybe we can do some research in both facets.
Sure. Do we
Find out
want
two things at
to
once.
divide and conquer, or?
Two birds in one stone.
All right then. You tend to have your background knowledge in the occult is probably better than mine, so you can take the lead on it, and I will. Yeah, you'll have to show me the ropes for this specific topic, but once you kind of direct me in the right direction, I can probably find my own way.
Perfect. And you two begin driving away. Fee, you jump back in Mercedes Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And you head your way back, and Mercedes looks at you and goes, "You look tired."
It's been a exciting couple of days, which is not something I necessarily asked for, but here we are anyways.
And she is going to like not look at you and put her aviators on and say, "I mean, if you played hooky for one night, whatever you're supposed to be doing can wait for one night, right?"
I am kind of like the boss now, so
You are boss of nothing.
I got a promotion.
with Wonder Woman over there in your little circle, you're in charge, really.
I of something. I'm in charge of enough.
Buckle your seatbelt.
No.
Going out for a night on Detroit. And you guys watch the Mustang speed away in an odd direction. Fee, at the end of this night, you can restore your willpower.
Neat.
And your
And my
hunger?
hunger?
Your hunger's definitely going to go back down to 1.
Coolio.
Genevieve, you and Victoria are left in your car. What would you like to do?
Well,
You
go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Alicia, it's up to you. Well, I suppose you were going to do some things for the Anox. Is that what's going on? Fucking Doms, I swear. Anyways.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Well, figuring out the power structure would honestly won't take all that long. They've been on the list to dismantle anyway. What are you going to do?
I have no idea. Maybe I'll have a night in. I'm the only one without a job, really.
But you have responsibility.
I do. But no tasks. Isn't that interesting?
Then make your own. Again, at this
Make
point,
work
resting on your
project.
laurels. Resting on your own, on your laurels, is death.
Hmm,
I guess.
perhaps. Perhaps I'll do a little bit of digging. Some research on my own. There has to be connections. Those symbols are bothering me. And again... No, go ahead.
You've been around the longest out of all of us.
It's true.
What is your experience with ghouls?
Oh, ghouls? Never made one myself. And I don't think Ophelia likes them too much. She doesn't keep them around. She prefers to get us to do her work. Me and my
You
Her
and your
retainer.
sibling?
Yes, a retainer. It's
Mm.
it's useless to try and hide it from you. Obviously, you knew already.
It wasn't that hard to figure out.
Not generally. She's not very secretive about it. But Sissy got sent on a dangerous mission, and I don't know if she made it out without facing the final death.
Hmm. And your retainer was going to Belly, no?
Yes, to look into the demon connection, but instead, this evening, I got this, and I'll play the video.
Huh.
So I don't know if she's met her end or not. It's a bit troubling.
As it happens, I have interest in that area anyway. Do you want me to look into it, shall you?
I don't know where this is. This porch, wherever it is, has to be massive. Some kind of massive veranda on an estate, perhaps?
Can you send me the video?
Certainly. I'll forward the email to you.
And now forward it to Warren with a note attached. Get to work finding it.
There's no response.
Might be asleep. Actually, would he be asleep right now?
Nope.
Works for you.
gonna try and call.
Straight to voicemail.
Problem?
Perhaps. I think I want to stop by my place first, if you don't mind.
Certainly. We'll go have a look.
Victoria is driving quickly to Genevieve.
Yes.
There is a decided change in the mode of driving
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
as you approach the Jackson estate. You get out, go up the steps, open the door. Everything seems to be as is normal.
Emilson,
I would like to, as we approach, seeing Victoria's change in demeanor and the way that we moved there rather rapidly, I'd like to use Sense the Unseen.
Okay. You use Sense the Unseen, and you see it's probably like this 5'9"-ish, very pale-faced man in a dark gray suit with a stake in hand that is about to stab into Victoria as she enters the house.
Grab Victoria and pull her back.
As you pull her back, the kindred becomes visible, as does the giant hole in the center of his chest, as Emerson is sitting on top of the stairs with a rifle in hand, and he empties the shell cartridge. And Victoria, you see Warren stumble, drop the stake, and hit the floor dead. Hey, boss, I think Jackson's and before you can finish the sentence, you see another bullet come from the off to the right, the upper level, and it goes through the neck clean, and you see as it sticks into the railing that it glitters with silver light as Emerson tumbles down the stairs.
We need to get
And
out
that's
of
where
here
we're
now.
going to end tonight's episode.
Hey, everybody.
Yay.
We
Silver
vibing.
is bad.
This
Silver
is
is
real
bad.
good.
I
Real
don't like
good.
silver.
I'm in a good place right now. I'm in a happy and healthy place right now.
Yeah.
We're
We're
vibing.
vibing. We're vibing.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, we're gonna do some
ISIS?
research. It's gonna be great.
I am wholly unaware of what's happening. I've avoided the entire situation.
Was my boon not getting staked?
Yes. Yes.
What the hell was
Your-
my boon?
Your boon was Emerson. Your boon was... Oh, yes. I forgot that I said that I would start doing this. So, at the end of every session, I'm going to go over everything that everybody paid for, unless it is going against the nature of the storytelling. The Bane from our lovely Chaos Gremlin Rowan. The Bane is that Jackson King is back in the United States of America.
Mother!
The Boon.
I'm gonna choke you, Rowan.
I mean, now your enemy is
you.
close, though.
Oh. No.
Uh,
No heart. Choke.
The boon for Minerva is that Hypnos took special interest in her. The boon for Victoria is that Emerson saved her from getting staked in the chest by Warren.
Then died.
Yee. And I believe that is our lovely list.
So there was actually 2 boons for Victoria. So it was the not staked and
So we'll say you'll carry a boon forward to the start of next episode. You'll need it.
Alicia.
Is it me stabbing Jackson in the face?
Fear.
Maybe.
Emerson! Can Emerson still be saved?
Depends on how hard ghouls are to kill. You don't know. You don't have a ghoul.
Such a sweet bee.
So, hopefully you all have enjoyed episode 9 of Under the
No!
Sun. Great responsibility.
I did.
I'm having a great time.
We're vibing.
Yeah. Let's do some outros, starting with our resident Toreador.
Thank you for joining us, lovely people. I have been Rowan. You can find me on social media as @RedWhiteRP. Tomorrow in Chromatic Chimera, I'll be GMing the final session of Olympus 2299, a Greek mythology cyberpunk game at 7 p.m. This Saturday, you can find me on TPK Roleplay for episode 3 of The Top Shelf. We're playing Necronautilus, which is about death clouds, and it's a weird game, but it's going to be fun. Every other Monday, I'm on Everybody Crits for X Millennials, a Mutants and Masterminds X-Men game. And then on Tuesdays, I'm back on this channel for Second City Saviors, which is a masks game. And then next Saturday, I'm going to be a guest GM for the Emerald City Game Masters Guild's Galentine's Day charity event, raising money for Dot's RPG project and Alphabet Alliance of Color. I'm running a short mini, like 45-minute one-shot of Monster Hearts called Save the Last Dance. You can find more information in my pinned tweet on Twitter or on the Emerald City Game Masters Guild's website or their Twitter or whatnot. And then below me is my very angry friend Alicia.
Hey, Leash, what's up? How you feeling?
My socials are in chat. Thank you very much, Anita. I'm gonna murder D. Moving on.
I did absolutely nothing.
Dead.
Did absolutely nothing. Bo, how are you?
Glad I'm not you.
I didn't do anything.
Anyway, I'm Bo. I was Ray or No tonight, but you can catch me tomorrow night being Casey Copper in Rowan's Olympus 2299 game. It's the finale. We'd love it if you come check us out and support us for our last little evening where, who knows? Maybe one of us will die. Maybe we'll all survive. Maybe everything will go great. Probably not. Other than that, you can find me on every other Saturday, so not this Saturday, but next Saturday on Polished Cryptids channel for High Seas Hijinks, where I play a lovely Thembo merfolk who just wants everyone to get along, and they're just so lovely. Other than that, you can find me on Sundays on my own channel at Just Dorky Teacher, where we like to read books, and it is a wholesome time. We are right. We didn't make any progress last week because I was having a mental breakdown on Sunday, but we will be continuing that on Sunday, reading through Frankenstein. We're almost there. We're almost at the end, and then we'll be starting a new book. And yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Next up, we have our resident Tremere, who is still totally in control of all of her faculties.
I am simply taking it easy. You know, I'm vibing. I want you to know how close I was to reading a poem entitled Isis.
Nice.
I was so close, so close. Hello, it's me, Darby. You can find me on Twitter as @DarbyPack. A person, but really I'm just a possum in a skin suit. I'm in a lot of things. You can find me on Kingsguard, a Roll20 sponsored show at the Noir Enigmas channel. That's starting up soon. Kids Table with D on their Twitch channel. You can also find me on Chaotic Creations' own Twitch channel, Chaotic Pod, which tomorrow Harper and I are doing Co-op Chaos, where we're going to be doing something. Or speaking of Chaotic Pod, you can find me as a podcaster with my co-host Harper Hayes, where we Chaotic Creations, where we take weird prompts and make weird TTRPG characters. You can find us anywhere you can listen to podcasts or here on the Critical Misses channel at 9 a.m. on Wednesdays. Is there anything else that I'm in? I think that might be it. Yeah, and then this show here on Wednesday evenings. lovely time. I'm vibing.
We vibing.
Last but certainly not least, our fearless leader,
It's me?
Yi.
Who made me? No, I did. Hi, I'm Nita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. This is my channel, so you can find me here on Tuesdays for Second City Saviors, on Wednesdays for Under a Pale Cold Sun, on Thursdays for Upon These Crystals Guardians Ready, and on Fridays I am behind the scenes running tech for Beyond the Twilight Road, which is our Zyhander game. You can also find me here on Saturdays for Morning Ritual with Noir, where we talk with people and do stuff. And this week, we're going to have Gloss and Gadgets on. So we're going to have a chat with Leonie. It's going to be great. And Sundays, you can find me over on Kobold Press's channel for Into the Southlands, which is an actual play D&D game where I play a bird who is an artificer and got into a fight with someone over how the name of their shop was supposed to be, and they broke up.
Nice.
Yeah, my character's just off a bad breakup right now and is dealing with some things in the desert. That's what's going on. So yeah, you can find me there, you can find me here, you can find me over on the Noir Enigmas channel for Kingsguard. And that is me in a nutshell.
Dope.
And D, it's you.
Oh, hi.
My
it's
creative
me.
lead.
My name is D. That's not true. I will live forever. Hi, my name is D. I am the critical lead for Critical Misses. I am a voice actor, streamer, and musician, professional GM with the Emerald City Game Masters Guild, and I will also be participating in our Galentine's Day event. So if you'd like to jump into a little 45 minutes vicious villainy mask games with me, then feel free to sign up. Tickets are still available. I also am going to be the DM in this is in March, but I'm gonna talk about it because I'm excited now. I'm gonna be the DM in a sponsored game over on Super Dylan's channel for the City of Mist system, and I am very excited about that. Outside of that, you can catch me here on Tuesdays where I play Tucker Green in Second City Saviors. You can catch me here on Wednesdays where I torture my friends. You can catch me on Thursdays where I play Captain America but a Power Ranger. On Fridays, I sleep occasionally, and on Saturdays, I might have another little thing coming up. Basically, if you can't find me here, you probably find me on my channel streaming. So that's me. I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, we gotta go see what's up with Noir for the raid tonight, right?
Yeah, it looks like he's still streaming. By the way, I'm also going to be on Super Dylan's channel next Saturday, the 13th, for a...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to plug this. It is a charity stream, so we are going to be doing kind of like the honeymoon game sort of thing, or newlywed game, with so it'll be me and Noir against a whole bunch of other creative people together who are also paired, and it's gonna be a blast. I'm going to let up my competitive nature that doesn't come out very often. I keep them buried pretty deep down, but oh boy, when it happens,
Like I'm gonna bury D. I get it.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go say hi to the Noir Enigma. Go say hi to Mabu. And that's gonna be us. D, do you want to play us off?
Of course. Thank you so much for joining us into this journey into the world of darkness, our lovely audience. And we will see you all the next time that the pale, cold sun rises. Good night, everybody.
Bye.